Hey, that 504 girl, how are you? Good morning. Hi, Pretty Black TV. Hi, Miami Popo. Good morning. Hey, Quan. Can you guys hear me? I see my thing. My avatar is moving, so you guys are up. Listen, I woke up to BS. I woke up, I was asleep. I've been minding my business, going to sleep at a decent time, and I woke up to thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are you guys just up early, or some of you have not gone to sleep? I hope you've gone to sleep. I woke up, I think it's been a little over an hour. I should have just made myself go back to sleep because now I'm getting sleepy. Okay, so I woke up to some BS, right? Because I was watching YouTube to see like what the heck is going on. I woke up thinking, I fell asleep. Oh, you're getting ready for work. Okay. So I have an appointment at 8:30. So I'm like, I thought I said this at 6, but I realized I said it for 5:30, which is better. All right. You have insomnia? Okay, you said you go to sleep around 8:30. I'm not a morning person. Not morning, like as far as like getting out and doing stuff, like having appointments at 8:30 or like even meetings. What I hate that. I cannot stand it because I know I need to have coffee. I need all of that stuff. Right. So I think I don't know, maybe it's like some anxiety. Yes, I will sleep like in spurts. I will sleep like a couple of hours. I'll wake up usually once, twice. If it's a bad night, maybe more than that. But I think this was the first time I woke up. So I woke up and I'm like, oh gosh, okay. Am I gonna try to stay up or am I gonna let me see what's on YouTube, right? You know how you look, you just glance like, did I miss any calls? Did I miss anything? You know, I'm looking on YouTube. I see some bullshit. I just find it very interesting when people are in chats talking shit. Like people talking shit in chats and talking about snakes and not trusting people, but yet, you know, they're snakes themselves. Liars themselves, two-faced themselves. I tell you, I think that this app has people feeling a certain kind of way, right? Because a lot of these people don't show their face. So I guess, you know, like in chats, they feel like they can talk shit more, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But I just find it interesting when, you know, like in real life, have you like like have people like friends or acquaintances where you advise them but they don't listen, and you just kind of have to watch them have things happen to them and watch them wake up and realize that um you tried to advise them but they didn't listen. What do you do? Huh? Have you guys had that happen? I've had that happen a couple of times, right? And I think I just learned. Hi, Kimberly Black. How are you? Welcome. I think I just learned that you just leave people, sometimes it may take them one, two, three, four times. Sometimes people are stupid, right? It sounds horrible. It sounds horrible to say. Good morning. It sounds horrible to say, but they are. They are. I haven't had coffee, okay? I don't know if you can tell. So it really is. I woke up, like I was thinking about that, right? People like talking a whole lot of stuff. People that, misrepresent as they're spewing a lot of crap. People that are busy calling other people names, but yet, what is that saying? What's that saying? Before you look in someone's yard, you need to clean your own. People hashtagging names, thinking they're doing stuff, but all in what? Oh, have you guys seen like the last short that I put on this channel? You should check out that last short. I do upload some short. I need to get better about doing shorts. Okay. Can you guys hit the like, please? Please hit the like. And this is my backup channel. This is my backup channel. I think I'm gonna try to make coffee so I can be alert to kind of like give you guys. This is the earliest I've done. I'm doing a recap. I think I've done this kind of time early before, but it may have been towards the end of the week. All right, let me turn this music off. It's kind of annoying at times. Turn it off. Where is it? Okay. I can talk without that music. So yes, I was talking. Did you guys? Hopefully, you guys came here because you saw you got the notification. I think I even got I saw the notification, so thankfully it works. Because I feel like on my main page sometimes the notification doesn't work. And I don't think that I put, like on this page to be notified, but you're drinking your first. I'm jealous. Let me like see if I can make my first cup of coffee. Let me take I'm always bad. I'm always like going from my phone. I'm always going live from my phone. And not the laptop. So hopefully you guys are sub to this page, right? Because you guys are here. I do thank you guys for showing up. I know it's a weird time, but like some people, if you're a late night person, you might just be, going to sleep or up. If you have insomnia, you might be up waiting to fall asleep for your body to get tired. You might be waking up to get ready for work. In a way, I hope that I can entertain you for the amount of time that I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna try to come live more on this backup channel. If you're not sub, please sub, and make sure you hit like the all notification. That way you can get notified. That's the coffee thing. I'm trying to make coffee. I don't think I'm gonna go back to sleep, but who knows? Okay, so and Kimberly, how do you drink your coffee? I don't put like, do you put like cream and all of that stuff in it? I don't. I put sugar. Well, Splenda. So anyway, enough of the bull crap, right? I was just watching, like different things. I'm watching different chats and I'm just like it doesn't, it never fails to amaze me when I'm watching, like the same people talk shit in chat, It's like, okay, well, I get it. That's where you get your superpowers. So do you, right? people gotta do them, right? And dumbass people who don't listen, they find out the hard way, right? Anyway, so then I keep going, like I watch a couple of replays and oh, and then last night before I even went to sleep, I was watching Stomp Down. I was like, wait a minute. Uh Now I see like the notification. I know I don't get to see every live, but I was shocked because he was going off. Okay. He was going off and he was basically talking about the whole Rico situation, right? Um, he's saying to keep his name out of it, but he was saying Rico and Blue Wolf Phoenix, like saying like he had nothing. I don't know if you guys are aware. I talked about it on Saturday on the show that I did on Saturday. I believe what's today? Today's Tuesday, right? Yesterday was I did a live yesterday, not that one, the one before that. So I think I went live on Saturday, but I didn't go live on it was Saturday to Sunday. That live, okay? That live. So Storm Down was talking about, the situation. Now, I don't know where the allegations came from, but I thought I saw all of Rico's lives and I didn't hear his name. So I don't know like what's going on, but basically he was really upset and saying that if you guys are not aware, but like Rico has a stalker, right? And Rico has detailed it, which I'm kind of glad because the situation is kind of scary, right? And the reason I'm kind of, like concerned is that I've shared before that I've gotten stalked, right? I've gotten stalked before. So that's not, like you when it's somebody that like a friend or somebody you were in a relationship with. In this case, I don't think he said he was in a relationship with. You have a coffee maker that's set to go. Yes. I often wanted to like I used to be good about that. I would set my coffee maker at a certain time, it will make the coffee, right? The aroma. Oh man, I wish the thing would be like right next to my bed. That way, as soon as I wake up, I'm the kind that I need that coffee as soon as I wake up. Okay, I need that coffee when I wake up. I need to put eye drops in my eyes, and then I'll be okay. Like the first hour or two of the morning, right? Um, that's why I wanted to, to like get another coffee maker because I swore I was gonna be like really good about setting it up and making sure that that coffee is right there. Okay, and it kind of made it. Maybe I put too much water. It's light. It's not strong. I like strong coffee. So Stormdown was upset. He was like, okay, so Rico has this stalker. If you guys are not aware, if you miss go to his channel and watch it. If you want to catch the commentary I made on it, right? I also was like talking about it because like sometimes it's easy to like sweep things like serious issues under the rug on YouTube, and especially in certain sectors, especially in the sector we're in, because everybody's like, oh, whatever, like it's not a big deal, whatever. But watching it, I felt very concerned for Rico, right? I felt very concerned for Rico because that guy looked like if you watch the video you will see, and I think Jake like kind of described it. He just looked, for someone to be like so out of his mind, to where you're in the middle of the street, and I didn't even think about that part until Jake brought it up. For someone to be that out of it, like that, like far removed, to where they're so focused on stalking and what the person that they're stalking is saying, that they're not even looking. A car could have come in, like, he was in the middle of the street. It was really wild. Okay. So this stalker, they've gotten into confrontation and stuff. So this is what Stump Down was referring to, right? I guess maybe some allegations, or I don't know, it's been inferred that somebody sent the stalker over Rico's way. And so I didn't know anything about it. Now I heard someone like on my panel on Saturday. If you guys watch it, right? Shady was saying that people kind of like made the comment. So I don't know. I guess maybe that's where that's coming from. But basically, Stump Down is like, listen, keep my name out of it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't live over there. I don't reside because Rico's in New York. He's like, I don't reside over there. One Key Pro has nothing to do with this. And I don't have, I don't control One Key Pro. I don't have nothing, like just basically, if you have any issues, you got to take it up with the people you have issues with, right? And then he's like, and furthermore, like, why the heck are you talking up, putting my name, right? Because this guy, I was like, listen, you gotta go file a restraining order. That guy was really scary. That guy looked like he was not gonna go away. Okay, the guy kept coming back. Oh, okay. You said international vanilla, no sugar. Okay, sounds. I like vanilla, but I don't use these creamers. I rather put like. Now listen, if I order from like Starbucks and I feel like adding some sort of flavor. There's like there's one coffee, no, it's a latte, a flat white. I may put like a vanilla thing. That would probably be the only thing that has cream or whatever. Right. And sometimes I drink it. I don't drink it often. It's not my coffee is I'll get the black coffee and I'll have my sugar. That's it. No cream, nothing. Good morning, Bams. How are you? No, it's not bad. It's T Marie. T Marie missed July 11th. Okay. How are you? Good morning, boo. Welcome. So yeah, so Stump Down was like, listen, don't put me in it. I'm not in a domestic thing with you, so why would you even mention my name? And the reason he said that is that because of that guy, Rico's gonna go to family court and he's going to try to put a restraining order because that scary ass stalker is really scary because the guy's not going away, right? Um, so basically, I didn't know that Thumb Down was like I've never seen. Listen, I think I'm just new to like watching. I subbed to Thumb Down. I want to say like a few months ago that I didn't know of him, but I actually or didn't watch him, but I actually like subscribed, and I had never seen him upset. And so when he was getting mad and cussing, I was like, oh, damn, really? Calm down. I didn't know you get this upset. But he was upset. He was going up, like, keep my name out of it. Don't, you, like, but I mean, is he inferring that he's going to take him to court? But I think, how can he? But I think he's going to Rico's just going to file a thing against the stalker. Anyway, so I must have fallen asleep or I looked what time was Pastor live because I missed his live. So I finished watching the replay. And I was kind of shocked that it was beef sector content. I was like, wait a minute. I thought he's not doing beef sector content. And I think maybe that's why I missed it, right? The notification went, and maybe I didn't catch the title. Because normally I'll look at the title, right? If it's like celebrity or church stuff, I don't really drop down. But I mean, I still support him and I still go there. But, if you guys know, he hasn't really been doing beef sector stuff, right? And I try to ask him, so what was he talking about? Something happened and he was talking like maybe a few days ago, and I asked, like, does this mean you're coming back to the beef sector? Because he left. He was not talking about any beef sector content. Oh, okay, it's Bam. That's what I thought. Because when I saw, like the little sim, I knew it was you, but I'm like, wait, the name looks different. Okay. Hi, Bams. Um, so I was like, wait, is Pasta coming? He didn't talk about any, like beef sector stuff, right? So I guess I missed it thinking, okay, well, his notification, I looked at the title, I just missed it. So I watched, man, I'm always dropping like one of these devices. I dropped the other one that I need to see YouTube on. Um, so Pastor was live, and it looked like, okay, so when I started watching it, I can't remember what the title was, right? I saw it. I watched Kwani's replay. Queen Kwani was live. She was just saying, basically giving them advice, like Tracy and Noble, that they're both her. I guess her take on it, right? I thought that was nice. She was, like being optimistic and kind of like advising, like like a sibling, like just giving advice, right? Um, so I then I'm laughing because I saw a community wall post by SB. Damn it. I saw SB's community wall post, and his poll. He had a poll. SB had did a poll, okay? SB had done, and so that was part of the stuff that I saw. And so I was laughing. I'm like, typical SB, right? Okay, so I was watching Pastor. So I go over there, and if you guys don't know, right, Noble was over there at Shelly's yesterday, Monday, right? Because it's Tuesday now. Noble was over there. I woke up to that, okay? I woke up to him being over there. That was yesterday. And today I woke up to seeing like the saga of the situation continue, right? And I wish for them, listen, if they both want it to stop, they're gonna have to like stop talking about it in order for this to like kind of go away. But I'll get into the detail of like Noble saying one thing and doing another, right? I see the problem there. And I just feel like you're saying, I think someone in the chat says that he's a contrarian. Yeah, you say one thing, but you're doing something else, right? So that's like the one thing that sticks to my mind because I've talked about it like since this whole thing started happening. Like, go on your page, like you have a page. Okay, but I get it, right? He goes on his page, but then also he hits other panels. Fine. So I look at Pastor's title. I'm like, oh, it looks like he's gonna interview Tracy, right? They have like a connection. He's like the blog or the YouTube social media godfather to Tracy. They like, I mean, they're good, right? And if I'm not mistaken, didn't he? Yes, I think he met up when Noble was in San Antonio. I believe he met them, right? Because I think they talked about it. He met Noble. So so I see this interview. I'm like, oh, okay. So there's gonna be, like Tracy's gonna get to tell her side. Now, I mean, Tracy can tell her side on her panel. She gets numbers. She had like hundreds of people over there. So I feel like she's been telling his side. I feel like he's been telling his side on his panel and on other people's panel. He calls it defending himself. But okay, I get it. He's also talked on Tracy's panel. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. I want to see how this is gonna go. The passes, platform, right? So but on Monday morning, like early morning, Noble was on Shelly's platform, right? Noble was on Shelly's platform. Then Noble went live, right? Tracy woke up to Noble being on Shelly's platform, right? To which, it made for a very long day for them, right? Because Tracy was upset, Noble was upset, Noble went live twice. At the end of it all, Noble was supposed to do an interview with Shelly today. Noble is supposed to be doing an interview. He agreed to it. He agreed to it, right? I had a feeling this is YouTube. Listen, and then on top of that is a beef sector. Okay, there are a lot of things that people will do to usurp your ideas, to steal your stuff. People will see you be live and then go live on top of you. People, I mean, like all those games and stuff, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, you're already talking. So if you're gonna talk, why wait till tomorrow? So many things can happen. So many things can happen before that. People will be in his ear. He hits other panel. People will be in his ears talking. People will be trying to. I mean, you just can't. Okay, listen. I'm just saying. I was thinking. That's what I was thinking in my mind. Like, oh, y'all are not gonna try to do this. Y'all are not gonna try to do this right away, like just in case something comes and interrupt. I just had a feeling. I just had a feeling like, listen, we've seen this happen so many times where people, like have plans or they plan for stuff, interviews and all of that stuff, and here comes something. There's like some story, or someone does something, or there's a development or change of heart, something. You know what I'm saying? Something always happens, right? Okay, I gotta see my thing on YouTube. That way, you know what I'm saying? So, it was agreed. He said it, okay, because he had gone live. How long did he go live? He went live. He went live to talk about, like he went live because when he left Shelly's, Tracy woke up to him being over there, and Tracy went live. Like, what are you doing on my ops channel? Like I wake up to all that. I'm sure that she probably got messages from people saying Noble is over there hitting another panel again, all this stuff, right? And so he gets off of there, then he goes live, right? And I guess that's what he would consider himself, like defending himself, because he went live twice, right? While he was on Shelly's, he was looking at her chat, or he was listening to her live, and he was like, oh, I feel like this lady is dragging me, whatever, whatever. And so he went live to talk, right? All in all, okay, he agreed to do an interview with Shelly today. Okay, so I was a bit surprised when I woke up and I'm watching Pastor's replay, and I'm like, wait, um, why is there talk of Noble? Pastor and Shelly get along. They have like a good, at least that's what I thought. They have a good rapport, a good relationship, I thought. So would that be an attempt to usurp Shelly's interview? Because if Noble is over there talking, what, like you can't control what he's saying. Why is he gonna hit the panel to talk when he has an interview planned with Shelly today? Okay, that's what I was thinking when I was looking at this, right? So Pastor's like, Noble, why would you take the 500? Because who Reed Reed was in the chat, but I don't know if Reed was serious. Reed was in the chat and was like, listen, I'll give you 500 for an interview, right? And like some other people were in the chat, what would you say, trying to get him to do interview. He did not agree to anybody's interview except for Shelly's, right? So I'm watching Pastor's replay, and at the beginning, he's like, Noble, why would you take the 500? These people don't like you. They will laugh at you. If they didn't like you before, they just want to get dirt on you and Tracy. And, why would you want to do that? I don't think that's a good idea. I was like, wait a minute. So Shelly has an interview with him. I know you're mentioning the one for 500. Shelly never said anything about 500. So does that mean you don't want him to interview with Shelly? But to me, if he's on your panel, isn't he going to do an interview? If you're telling him to hit your panel, is he not going to talk? Isn't that some sort of interview? So what's the real reason? Like, you're okay. So anyway, that's what I was thinking as I'm watching the beginning of this, right? Because I see him encouraging Noble not to do an interview. Like, you, like, if you do an interview, it's gonna end bad or whatever, right? I mean, Tracy already said that if he does an interview, especially if he does an interview, as we can expect, if he does an interview at our ops channel, it's gonna end bad, because she's gonna go full throttle. That's what she told him. She's gonna go full throttle and she's gonna drag him, because if he's doing a full-on interview in the ops channel, it would be ridiculous not to expect that they will try to get like him to like say something unfavorable stuff or whatever about Tracy. Let's be real. That's likely gonna happen. But I will say I was kind of shocked that Pastor was telling him, don't do an interview. Okay, well, forget the $500, because Shelly never said 500. But I thought you and Shelly were cool. So does that include Shelly? If you tell him don't do an interview, she already had an interview planned with this man for today in the morning. Is that interview gonna happen now? I don't know. I don't know. Did they get to Noble's head? Is there gonna be an interview? And let's really be honest. Do we really care? It's just commentary. For me personally, I really don't care. Some of this, their personal stuff, I feel like it should remain personal. I don't, but it's already out here, right? And I think that's part of his anger. He's angry about some of the stuff that she revealed about his health, right? Uh, do I care? Like that has nothing to do with, these are people with me. We mingle with them in the chat. If you get close to any of them or become friendly with them, fine. But for me, that's just me. Do I care what you're doing? What kind of sickness you have? If it's somebody that I see and I care about, I'm always a nice person anyway. So anyone that's sick, you always, like want to wish them well. But do I want to know his personal business? No, I really don't. I don't care because it has nothing to do with my coming on YouTube. I don't know him. I'm never going to meet him. It's just like the people on TV, right? Like if you're watching a show on TV, do you want to know more? The celebrities you get to know, but it doesn't really have any effect on your real life or how you watch TV, right? I'm just saying that's, I think that is part of the reason why he's angry and lashing out, right? Because some of the stuff that was said about his health, basically, I feel like we kind of got his, health card. I don't know. Maybe because she's alluding there's more. Do we want to know? For me personally, I don't want to know more. I don't care. I don't know him. Sometimes I feel like it's invasive, but um, so Pastor said that he's the one that reached out to Tracy, okay? Because I was like, I'm kind of confused as to why this interview is happening. Tracy has a platform. Tracy gets like numbers, right? When she talks, there were hundreds and hundreds of people in her chat yesterday when she was upset at him. So I didn't understand. I think maybe Pastor was trying to play the mediator, right, between them as the two people, like he's friendly with Tracy, and then he met Noble, and I mean he's a kind of, he knows how this stuff goes. He knows how Tracy is. He knows that it's gonna be bad for Noble if Noble goes and does an interview at an ops, right? So I think he was trying to mediate it. That's the only thing I could see, but like trying to say, oh, don't go over here and talk, but meanwhile at the same time you're kind of having him on your panel to talk. You're kind of doing okay. So he ended up not really talking, but he could have. So that could have ended up being an interview in and of itself. So so that was a little weird for me. Okay, and I don't know how Shelly feels. Was Shelly in the chat? I can't remember. I feel like I saw Shelly in the chat. I think I saw her in the chat in the beginning. I'm not sure. So he said that he's the one that reached out to Tracy, and I guess, I think he just wanted them to make peace, right? He wanted them to make peace. He said he's on the side of peace, that he wasn't like on either side regardless. But I'm sorry, Pasa, you did seem kind of biased. At the beginning, you did, right? Because you were hard on the people that were coming at Tracy. You said, if I need to start blocking, I'm gonna, but that chat was full of people that were Noble hating, okay? That were saying all kinds of stuff about Noble, and Noble was in the chat and Noble was reading it and probably getting like hot over some of the hateful comments. And that's why he lashes out and does what he does, right? Pastor may not have realized that he was being biased. He said he wasn't being biased, but in the beginning, you were being biased because you were very strong, like, and stern with the people that were going after her, and maybe not so much for the people that was going after him, right? That's just my opinion. That's what I observed, okay? Because I like to see it with the chat, right? And I saw it with the chat. So he said, like he wants Tracy to speak, and then Noble, so when he said that he wanted Noble to speak, because initially I thought it was gonna be a Tracy like interview. I'm like, okay, well, you want Tracy to speak, and that way you can give her advice. Okay, I get it, but because Tracy can speak on her own, and she has a platform, and she gets people over there. So, So so I was a bit confused if you want, because he said Noble, you can hit. Noble was at work. Noble was at work when this was going on, right? So he typed in the chat that he was at work. But Pastor said, you can come up and say your side, because he didn't want it to just be Tracy's side. He said, Noble, if you feel comfortable, if you're able to, you can come and say your side. Okay. So that's when I was like, wait, if he says his side, what's he gonna talk about on on Shelly's interview? Is the interview with Shelly still happening? Because we don't have we didn't get a time for Shelly's interview. I don't know if the interview is gonna happen now, right? Well, I still think it should happen, right? Because he didn't really say much after I watched the whole thing. He didn't really say much, right? He kind of like, after seeing the chat and hearing, like, I understand where he was coming from as far as like him feeling the way he felt and just shutting down and leaving, right? That's what ended up happening, right? So Hobu said, shoot, I'm over this, right? So he said Pastor said that he's on the side of peace, says Noble repeated the same stuff, like about her controlling and stuff. But Tracy was like, listen, I'm not controlling, right? Tracy was like, listen, you were out here being reckless. I'm Noble. Yes, you were being reckless. You were running around as if you didn't. I thought that you had already like navigated through like being on YouTube and then being the boyfriend to Tracy, who's like a staple in the beef sector, and seeing how she gets attacked and all of, you should have already understood. I said it many times. I'm not just saying that today. That was my observation, is that like time and time again after your fights, you kept doing the same thing, right? You kept doing the same thing and getting in the same, like, I don't want to say trouble, because trouble is like, for kids, but you kept finding yourself in the same conundrum. You kept finding yourself in the same conundrum, right? So yeah, she's right about that. You were being reckless. You were just moving around like as if you don't know what the sector gives. He was just, not that there's anything wrong with you navigating, but if you navigate like that, you know what's gonna, you get what you get, right? So she's like, I'm not controlling. He was being reckless, and that's what got him in the situation that he's in. That's what got him doxxed. And she said, I tried to advise him many times and he didn't listen. And then he tried to blame me and try to play victim because he got doxxed. But I tried to tell him and he wouldn't listen, right? So, um, so she, so she was just like, I wasn't trying to control him. He's just trying to, he just needs someone, to blame. He's trying to blame me. He was being reckless. And, maybe he just needs to get someone who's just as reckless as him, because I tried to advise him. He didn't listen. And now, it's like he's trying to paint me out to be the bad guy and to be the controlling person when I tried to help and kind of protect him. And he just wanted to crash out. So, hey, go ahead and find someone that is just as reckless, and you guys can run through the YouTube street, the beef sector, and crash out together, right? So the thing is like, so why is he doing these panels then, right? So that would be the question, right? Why was he, if he knew that some of these panels he would go on, right? It would kind of like, he felt like he was defending himself, but some of it would kind of get him in like a situation, because in defending himself, he will say certain things and then he'll backpedal. And then when the information will get to Tracy, he'll backpedal, he'll shut down. We saw it. It was like time and time and time again. Okay. Um, so I think Pastor was like, so how did we learn of your breakup? Do you guys remember, like, a few months ago? I don't know exactly what, I just remember I watched the live, right? When, so this is what I'm saying. This is a classic example of how he would get himself in trouble. Okay, so it was a few months ago, like, he had gone to Nicole Reloaded's channel and he put something in the back chat, right? And he was on her panel, and I remember Sassy coming to Tracy and talking about it, right? He had hit the panel, and then he put in the back chat something, and Nicole was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry." Like, I went and listened to that live, and I looked in the chat, right? Because it was like such a big deal at that time. And he said he didn't say what he said, but because it wasn't in the, and I don't think that Nicole Reloaded ever came out and said what he said, right? She didn't. I don't think she revealed it, but you see that he was in the chat. Was he in the chat? And then but he didn't write anything incriminating in the chat. But he hit the panel, so whatever he wrote, I think he put it in the back chat, and it was a big deal because I think what he did was he said it was alleged at the time that he told Nicole Reloaded that they were broken up, and that's why she was like, "Oh, Noble, I'm so sorry to hear that," right? But then, but then Noble had to face the music. To the word got back to Tracy. Word got back to Tracy of what he did. And so that was a day that Tracy was like, "Oh, Noble hit the Noble hit the panel, right? Can you explain this?" And at least Tracy did not jump and believe everyone, right? Because the weird thing is that they were still together. So why would he go to another YouTuber, another woman, and go and say that they broke up? That's what it ended up being, okay? Tracy was like, "Why did you go over there and say that?" And then he tried to backpedal in his usual way. Backpedal and pussy pops, like they say. It was, I mean, he was squirming. It was really like something to see, right? He was squirming. He was like denying. He was saying, "No, I never said that. That's not what I said." Like the stuff that he, fast forward to today, right? So at that time, it's really interesting that he's now saying, "Why did you come over here on YouTube and tell them that we broke up?" Because this second time, who was the one that posted that they broke up? Tracy posted that they broke up. But this time, I guess he forgot that he had done the whole Nicole Reloaded stuff. He came out, he went and told her that they were broken up, and Tracy was upset. Like, "We're not broken up. What are you talking about?" And so then, the trolls and people started saying, "Oh, Noble dumped Tracy, and Tracy, like Tracy didn't know and he didn't tell her, whatever," right? So, I mean, can you blame her as to why she posted this time? She wanted to tell the people. That way they heard it straight from her mouth. I can't really say that I blame her because I don't know, Noble. Did you forget about the whole Nicole Reloaded thing? Because I know it was a few months ago, but some of us remember these things. Okay, people have a short attention span on YouTube. People have short attention span because there's a lot that happens on here. But yes, you forgot about that little part where you went and said maybe they had a fight. I don't know, but Tracy was like, "Noble hit the link. What is he talking about? Like, what? Why would he do that? Why would he say that?" Right? So she heard him out. I feel like ever since then, I feel like maybe that's probably why some of his stuff is out here, right? She probably felt like, "Listen, you're too reckless. I can't trust you. I can't trust where you're going and what you're saying to these women or to these people in the chats," right? I think that he forgot that he said that. But we remember you did. You guys were not broken up, and I think people got screenshots of whatever it was that he typed in the chat, right? And I bring that up because I think that it applies to why she's acting the way she's acting today, as far as like going to be the first one to post that they're broken up, because to her, she's reacting and she's making it known she didn't communicate with him, that he didn't talk, and who's to tell if he's gonna go on someone's panel and go say something else, right? So she said, but she said that she told him, though, "I'm gonna tell, like, I'm just gonna be transparent. I'm gonna tell the people, right? I'm gonna tell my people that, we broke up." So that's how we found out. We woke up to a post, and it was just short. Noble and I broke up, and I think he had like a kissy face or something, right? Um, so there was no need for him to go run on someone's panel and go put it in a back chat or type it in a chat. She nipped that in the bud real quick the second time around, right? Because the first time around, she was like, "What are you talking about? We didn't break up. We didn't break up. What are you talking about, Noble? Why would you do that?" But Noble was running amok. Okay, Noble was running amok in the beef sector streets. Okay, so um, so after that, right? She was upset, right? And when she was upset, and I think that's the first time. I don't know if that was that the first time, because the stating is that he is feeling emasculated, or he's being emasculated, right? She chastised him, but she chastised him like I mean, it happened publicly, right? Even though he was over there telling their business, and she was not aware. Like, how are we gonna break up and I'm not aware of it? When did we break up? She's like, when did we break up? We didn't break up, right? So she was very upset. And so that unfolded publicly. So I guess he felt embarrassed. He felt emasculated. And I think ever since then, it kind of like, like formed, probably on her side. I would think, okay, as a woman, I cannot think as a man. I can only offer opinion as a woman, right? From a woman's perspective, right? She's thinking, oh, okay, you're going to this other woman's platform. Now, I don't know if Nicole Reloaded and Tracy are okay. I feel like at the time, I think that they are. I'm not sure. Have they always been? Maybe not, right? So that's why it was weird that he went over there. Like, why would you go over there on another woman's platform and go talk that we broke up and we haven't broken up, right? So he put her in a weird situation, having to come and explain it. And, like people like assuming that he dumped her and she didn't know and all of this stuff, right? So can you blame her why she can't trust him and how he moves around in these YouTube streets? She can't, because he keeps doing stuff, right? On his end, he feels like, oh, okay, you did all that. We could have talked about it privately. We could have, like, you didn't have to talk to me like that, like a child or whatever. So I'm just going to do me, right? Because he keeps talking about, I'm going to do me, right? Child, he said, Noble said, hi, I see you. How are you? Good morning. Welcome. Noble said day one that, she aired him out to her people. So I feel like he's kind of bitter about that, right? So this example of the whole Nicole Reloaded situation that I'm telling you about, I think that he's still feeling, because that's the first time we saw, like, oh crap, like what the heck? Like, why would he be saying that you guys broke up and you're saying that you're not aware, right? So that was kind of like a public embarrassment, lashing, like, I don't know. So he's saying that, from day one you aired me out, but did she? I don't know, did she air him out? I think she tried to. I don't know. I mean, if he says, you can't minimize his feelings, that's how he feels, right? If he feels like that, you have to, like, you can't. That's the thing, you can't minimize someone's feeling. That's how he's feeling, right? Whether right or wrong or justified, that's the feeling that he's feeling. He's feeling like he got aired out, but he's not really saying or taking accountability of some of the stuff he did to get aired out. One classic example I just gave is the whole Nicole Reloaded stuff, going there and saying that you broke up when your girlfriend doesn't know that you broke up. So in your mind, were you planning to dump her? So what's going to happen. People are going to troll her. People are going to make all kinds of assumptions and all of that. And I think that that's what happened. So she felt the wrath of that. Not the wrath, but I mean, she felt like irritated, angered at the time when he did that. Well, fast forward to today, she's the one that posted, hey, we broke up. And now he's feeling upset. Like, why couldn't we keep some of these things private? Well, I don't think he should do an interview with Shelly. Also, I heard that there may not be an interview. A content creator is trying to disengage the interview. Yeah, so I was talking about, Jay Wilson had, like did I don't want to say a tell, it's not a tell all. He like got Tracy on his platform and Tracy told her side, right? And so that's what I watched, right? I was thinking that because yesterday he told Noble told agreed with Shelley to do an interview. He turned down other people because he was on Shelley's platform. He was comfortable there, and everybody was sympathizing with him and all of that stuff. But Jay Wilson yesterday was telling him, don't do no interview. These people don't like you. These people are just gonna this is gonna get worse for you. I think Jay Wilson knows what's gonna happen, right? Just like we all know that Mad Day is coming, right? If he does that interview, it's gonna be bad for him. Okay? And Tracy already told him that. But needless to say, the thing is, Jay Wilson had Tracy there, Tracy talked, and Noble went up there. So if Noble had time, wouldn't that be considered an interview of some sort, right? So if Noble had already promised Shelley an interview, why is he up there talking? Well, he didn't talk much. So um so if the interview with Shelley is still gonna happen, maybe, he hasn't spilled anything, he hasn't told anything. But listen, what is there to tell though? That's my thing, right? It's not like he can go over there and trash Tracy because he knows what's gonna happen, right? Then it's gonna be like full on war because she's gonna have to defend herself and trash him back, right? So if he says, because all along since they broke up, he said, I want this to go away, I want this to be over, I want this to be private, but yeah, he will go and drop little. He's petty. Let me tell you something. Noble is petty. Okay, Noble is saying, I want this to be quiet, I want this to be quiet. But do you know that as I was, before I came live, I told you guys I was, oh, here you go. Listen to this. He is talking, okay? Before I came live, I saw a post he made. He's taking little jabs. Maybe he will say he's not. He's taking little jabs as far as like talking about, like being in a relationship with people. He made a post about, he like all his baby moms, he can, like he can FaceTime them with no drama, all this stuff. I feel like it's subliminal shots at Tracy. So I don't know. Does he like this? He likes the attention or whatever. I feel like he does. I feel like he does, right? So to me, Pastor got Tracy to say her part, and Tracy explained why, she talked about the health thing. She said that she wanted to, and that's like something that Noble is really upset about. Like, why did you have to talk about my health issues? You didn't have to talk about it. Like, why did you have to talk about? She said I needed to give context to the reason why we broke up, right? Because she talked about the fact, I don't even want to repeat all of that stuff. We know more about his health stuff, and I feel like, to me, I don't agree with knowing all of that. Listen, but to each their own, right? She said she wanted to tell her pieces and her supporters why they broke up, and so she had to give them the context as far as like the health issues, and she was concerned about him, his smoking, all that stuff, and he didn't take it seriously. And I think she just basically saw like, look, I don't have time to be taking care of this man, and he has all these issues, and he's not taking it seriously. So why should I care, right? So he's upset, right? You still didn't have to tell them my stuff. She's like, it's to give them the context. And he said, no, you used it for content. Oops. I was like, damn, okay. So he's feeling like she used him for content, right? That's what he said, right? Um, so he was typing in the chat, right? So Pastor was, he was kind of like getting frustrated. The chat, I mean, listen, The chat might have been telling the truth, but the chat had a lot of noble, obviously it's that passive stuff. It's like a bunch of pieces in there, right? But the chat had a lot of people like saying negative stuff about Noble. So I mean, you can imagine how he would feel reading. He said he's reading all the negative stuff in the chat, and Tracy's like, "It's not my fault that they don't like you." I like. She felt like Noble was blaming her for people not liking him or whatever, right? Huh. Mm. So I felt like, Pastor kept telling him, if you're able to, come up and tell your side. And Pastor was like, okay, well, you've heard what Tracy has said. What is it, because, okay, you guys say that you're broken up and I want you guys to be at peace. I don't think you should do an interview because it's not going to bring peace. You guys were being cordial and all of that stuff, right? Pastor said, listen, now, what can Tracy do for you? Noble typed in the chat, nothing. I was like, damn, okay. Nothing at all, right? Noble's like, well, she told things that she shouldn't have disclosed, right? Then she repeated again, listen, I had no choice. I had to tell it because people needed to understand why we broke up, right? And then she said, listen, I don't even know why he's worried about that because that's not even the half of it. There's like 5 or 6 more major things that I haven't told. And what's the point of that? I wasn't going to tell any of that. I was like, damn. Five major things that you haven't told. Oh wow. I think at that point I feel like Noble kind of shut down. Honestly, I really feel like he shut down. Like, what's the point of this? Like, I'm not like there's no point. Even though he went on the panel, I'm like, what's he gonna say? Right? Noble was like, listen, I haven't been talking about you, right? He said, I've just been defending myself. You guys talk about me going on these panels, going in these chats and all of that, but I'm not talking about her. I'm defending myself against what is being said, right? Um, so he's, then at that point he hit the panel, and then wait, and it kind of sounded, I don't know if at the beginning he said he was at work, right? So, and then when he hit the panel, I heard the toilet flush. I was like, wait a minute, are you in the toilet at work? Are you taking a break? What's going on? But I think I heard water, so I think at least he washed his hands, okay? I'm pretty sure I heard toilet flush. I did hear toilet flush, so I'm pretty sure that he was in the bathroom. Whatever he did in there, I'm just glad that we didn't hear it and just heard when he flushed, okay? Um, so he hit the panel, right? So then they're talking. It's like more of the same stuff, really. Okay, but the interesting thing is like, well, Tracy was like, well, why is he doing the interview? That he sent VS her money back. I was like, wait, he was gonna do an interview with VS? I didn't know he was gonna do an interview with VS. That's what she said. He sent VS her money back. So uh how much was she gonna pay him? Was it the 500, like the 500, right? Because I saw 500 in his chat yesterday being offered. I don't know if anybody else offered him money, but I had no clue that he was doing an interview with VS, right? So um so all in all, I don't know. Did the pastors, like, I don't want to call his thing an interview. And Dear Self, oh my gosh, Dear Self was cracking me up. Where is Dear Self was in the chat. And Dear Self, I was reading Dear Self's comment. Dear Self, Dear Self was trolling in the chat. Y'all are crazy. And then I saw There was a troll called Lady Nika's restaurant. I was like, I've never seen that troll before. Is that like a new thing? Like what? People were just trolling in the chat. Okay, people were trolling in the chat. Dear self, your comments were funny though. Dear self comments were funny. Okay, so to me, I felt like, yes, Pastor, of course you're gonna tell. You weren't mean to Noble. You were nice to him. You said I met you. I haven't said anything bad about you. But I bet you, if no, if you have to pick sides, you're gonna pick Tracy because you've known Tracy longer. You have a friendship with Tracy. You met Noble only through Tracy, right? And so, of course, your alliance or YouTube ship or whatever is towards Tracy. That makes sense. No one should expect anything. He was nice, but you can't say that you're not biased, because you are. I'm just gonna call it out. You're gonna be biased because you're gonna be in favor of Tracy. You may tell Tracy that she's wrong in whatever she does, and I feel like he does that, but ultimately you're gonna pick her side, right? And I think it kind of showed in the chat, like that they were trolling him, mad trolling him, okay, mad trolling that man, nasty comments and stuff. Granted, he couldn't, he was busy. That's what you have mods for. Like they should, tell people to be respectful. But listen, it was a free for all. People were dancing and twerking and trolling all up in the chat, and I mean, I guess it made for an interesting. It got Noble riled up, and listen. I think Noble is live. Okay, Noble is live. I don't know if Noble is gonna do an interview with Shelly. That I came live because I saw all of that and I was like, damn, okay, well, what time is this interview with Shelly? Is it happening? What did we learn from past stuff? We didn't really learn anything new. Tracy told her side, but Tracy has a platform. Tracy has said her side. She has a big platform, and she got probably more people in her chat when she tells her side. So I get it, right? But the main thing is Pastor was trying to tell Noble, don't do an interview, right? He said, Noble, don't do an interview because these people don't care about you. And, to some extent, I get it, because if he says anything out of line and, it seems like he hasn't mastered how to handle some of this stuff. So I would be afraid that he's going to say something that's going to get himself dragged. Okay. But he's a grown man. I feel like he knows what he's doing. I feel like he likes the attention. I've said it before. I think he really likes the attention, and yeah. I mean, let's see today if that interview is gonna happen, because I see that he's live. Okay, I see that he's live, and I have done what? I have done what? Like an hour? Have I done an hour? Yes, I've been here like an hour. I just wanted to give my take uh on passes, because he came back to the beef sector, right? I think he's been watching, or maybe those other things are not bringing the views. Those other, like the church and the celebrity or whatever, they're not probably not bringing the views like the beef sector content. So I don't know if he's gonna stay with the beef sector, or he just covered this because he does have a friendship with Tracy, and then maybe he's gonna go back to his stuff, right? I'm still a member there. I've been a member for over a year now, like maybe a year and a half. I was considering if he's leaving the beef sector, and if he's leaving the beef sector, I don't know what. I mean, I will support him, but some of that content I don't really watch. We don't get member lives. We don't get member lives. If you leave comment, we don't even get acknowledgement of comments. So I'm sorry, I'm being particular this year about stuff like that. If I've been paying for a membership for over like a year and I don't get any perks, I'm gonna take my membership away. I've been saying that. I don't think that that's what YouTube intended that for, because people are showing you support. Not only do they come and watch your stuff, they leave comments. I think it kind of irks me. I don't like people when people don't acknowledge comments. Like, you don't engage with your people. You only engage with them when you come live. I have an issue with that. If you are charging people membership, people should get something for that membership. I don't see that happening. So listen, this year I'm evaluating all of that. I have my own membership. Listen, if I'm going to offer people, if people pay for my membership, I have to ask them what they want, and I have to give them something besides coming live and talking to you all. The members have to get something. They have to be a priority. Not that all the supporters don't matter, but they're actually paying into your channel, right? That's what that means. They're paying into your channel. They may not be cash apping you and doing all of that. That means it's a guaranteed membership for as long as you're able to have membership every month. They pay that. To me, even if it's $1 or 50 cents, that means they have gone beyond saying, hey, you're just another person that's live that I'm watching or I'm subscribed to. They're saying, hey, I really want to support you. So don't you feel that you should give them something? I'm just saying. Hey, Wayne. Anyway, I said my spiel. That's it. I've been here for an hour. If you guys miss it, I want to go hear what Noble is talking about. Plus, I'm going to make more coffee and see. Make sure if you are here and you are sub, make sure you like click all the notification, please. That way you can get my notification when I go live from this channel. Or when I post something, make sure you click the all. I will be trying to, like go live here. Sometimes, I may need to come over here where it's like, like less people and talk, or if I need to cuss and talk shit, I can do it over here. Okay. Not to say I'm hiding because it's still public, but I'm just saying I'm doing it on this page, right? So I do appreciate you guys. I thank you all for your support, right? If you're not sub, please sub. And good morning. Let's see what today brings, because yesterday started off with a bang. Like from Sunday, it was a wild weekend, and the week started off with a bang with a whole bunch of stuff happening. And I covered it on did I cover it on no, I think I covered it Saturday over the weekend, really. Listen, the stuff in the Mo3 sector, I want to talk about it, but I don't like talking about stuff when I don't understand the full history. There's some parties with the Mo3 case coming up. There's been a lot of talk. There was like a big blowout yesterday. I was watching that, but it was really hard to hear because those ladies were like really screaming and fighting. Mo3's baby mom, and then the girl, I don't know what to call them, and I don't want to get that stuff wrong. So I'm just watching and learning all the stuff that's going on the parties, because the Jossie person, I don't think I've ever seen her come hit a panel or come out. So that was a big deal, the fact that she came out. But that's the Mo3 sector, and the people fighting over there, it's not really, it's the usual stuff. I don't know. Oh, Yuck Mouth. Okay, who was reviewing it? Was it Bree? Yuck Mouth was over there in the Mo3 sector shaking. There's no way you have a man. There is no way you have a man. For as old as you are, and you're big grown age, you're doing that stuff with these younger kids. And I'm saying kids because, I'm sure I'm older than a lot of them, right? This lady was over there. Who showed it to us? Was it no, it was Nessie. Nessie showed it. I didn't know. If not that Nessie pulled it up, right? Because it was over there in the Mo3 sector. I don't know where was that. And I think I have I get her notification still. So I'm looking at this video as Nessie. What did Nessie call her? Nessie called her something. And much to my surprise, I see Yakmal up there doing another dance competition. But do you notice something different? That when she was over in the beef sector, she was acting a whole lot different than when she's over there in the Mo3 sector. Do you wonder why? This lady was doing all of this stuff. Are you wearing a bra, lady? What the heck are you doing up there? I'm embarrassed. Listen, and oh my gosh, let's talk about, hold on. Let me say one more thing before I, because that reminds me of what happened when y'all are just acting so thirsty. When I was in the clouds watching before I fell asleep the other night, okay? It's two things in a row now that I like wanted to talk about and I didn't. I saw Nessie show the Trish video, right? I was making fun of her and I was in shock at how she was behaving. Trish that is behaving up there and the dancing. And I'm like, wait, but you had like when you were over in the beef sector, I mean, is it just that you learned how to like dress up for the beef sector from the beef sector and the crowd over there, and now you went over to the Mode 3 sector like all improved and stuff. So you had been, because we know that you're trying to get attention over there, right? We see that. Okay. And the other thing was when Duke Ferro hit their platform, whose platform was it that he hit? It was Nessie. Oh my gosh, the way that these women were acting. Can you all please stop embarrassing us women? I was embarrassed. Why? I was in the clouds, like I wanted to drop down and tell them, I was like, I'm not hitting the panel. I don't want the aesthetics. I don't want anybody to see me on that panel as they were thirsting over that man. I was like, oh my gosh. And this is why they say this stuff about the beef sector women. And so, you guys, I was embarrassed as a woman. Okay. I'm just going to say that and not be. I was like, where's Kwani to come? I'm like, I needed it. Where's Queen Kwani to come and chastise these women up there acting like thirst buckets, like you haven't seen men before, just thirsting, just thirsting. I'm like, you calm your ass down. I was so embarrassed, so embarrassed. And then only for the next day, I see Nessie showing this other thirst bucket gyrating, and then later she's gonna be, I don't know why they're making the comment about me. Yeah, because you're thrusting your butt in front of the camera and your boobs, and put on the right bra. Didn't I tell you about the bra situation? Lady, you had your what is going, is there anybody that can advise this lady? I'm just embarrassed. This is disgusting. I was just appalled. Okay, I was appalled. Just thirst buckets, just thirst bucketing, just doing too much. That's it. I forgot about those two things because I did not come live. What after Leslie showed that thing? Leslie showed that thing on her live. I was like, I'll be damned. What? Because none of us knew that she was over there. Mighty, mighty, that name. Hi, Mighty Roach. Hello. Wait, who is in your Hold up. Who is the pig? I can't see because the thing is, who is that in your avatar? Oh my gosh. Hi, Mighty Roach. You have a channel. Let me go look at your channel. Let me look at my other device. Good morning. How are you? Welcome. That I think that name caught me. Please have a beautiful day because my ugly. Thank you for making me laugh. That was hilarious. Hold on. Let me look at your page. That is funny. Mighty Roach. Okay, we know there's one. Oh my gosh, what's the other one that's a staple in the beef sector? It's also a roach. Um, this coffee hasn't kicked in. Did you guys hit the like? Okay, please make sure. Even if you didn't hit the like, please make sure you hit the like on your way out. Okay, so why I'm trying to see something with the Mighty Roach. Um, okay, there's Mighty Roach. Let me look at Mighty Roach's channel. I was trying to see whose picture is that. No, is that daughter here's picture that you have on there? Oh Lord, who is that? Whose picture is that? I know daughter here has dress. Oh my gosh, these trolls! I cannot. I cannot. Okay, well at least you're a nice troll. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I just did like an hour, an hour. If you missed it, please guess my profile, but don't say my name 3 times. No, I don't want to say it 3 times. No, I hate those quality things. Okay, I don't want to say the name. Okay, see, you're a funny troll. Okay, okay. You're not disrespectful. That's cool. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. Um, so I'm gonna go see what Noble is talking about because he's live, and I want. Is this interview happening? I'm just trying to see if people like to accomplish their goal because Shelly is supposed to have an interview, and I hear people discouraging the interview. And so, what's tea? Huh? Is there an interview or is there not? Right? Noble was making posts on his wall, throwing jabs. I feel like the jabs were directed at Tracy. Hi, Jesse Jen. No way. You think it's Candy Cartel? I love me some Candy Cartel. If it's Candy Cartel, hi, boo. Hi, boo, Candy Cartel, if that's you. I don't care. I like Candy Cartel. I miss her. But like Candy Cartel, if that's you, can you go live again? Okay, please, please. Anyway, I was about to get off. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Good morning. Have a wonderful day. I will see you guys in these YouTube streets. If you missed it, just please watch my replay. Thank you guys for stopping by. And until my next video, talk to you guys later. Hi, Angie. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Roach gave it away. Oh my gosh. Candy, is that you? Are you coming back, Candy? I miss you. Come back. Come do your live. Oh, she on Jazzy. No way. Oh, yeah, because wait a minute, because Jazzy had kind of popped out. I saw Jazzy was talking about like when the whole Popo call with the no punch CEO over there, right? I saw people revisit that situation. Yeah, that's old news. That was like years ago, right? And I saw people in the other sector try to use it, like during beef. I don't know if they told the story correct, but we were there. We were there live. We witnessed all of it live. Right. So okay. I see why you say that that's Candy. Okay, okay. Wow. Okay, I see what's going on now. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day. See you guys later, okay? Bye.